Hey guys, it's Melanie here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, another face mask as promised, this time with ties. I know it's really hard to find elastic right now. This video also is going to show you how to do a fitted nose and a filter pocket. So if you would like to use those features for your face masks, this is the video for you. And you can also use the fitted nose and the filter pocket and include those in the elastic video. So the super basic 10-minute face mask video, you can utilize both of those features in that if you would like to. Here's to hoping you and yours stay safe and healthy. Let's jump in to this tutorial. Hey guys, let's make a mask, the pleated mask with a filter and ties. Okay, so this is what you need. This is a 6 inches by 9 inches. This is the front, and then we're gonna make a double layer pocket for a filter. If you are donating these and the person has requested a pocket for a filter, is gonna be this, two the same size, 6 by 9. And then these are with the fabric strips that are 1 3/4 inches. We are gonna use this for the ties, and it's with the fabric, so it's about 42 inches. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna place these layers together, and halfway through the 3-inch mark, we're gonna sew, about 2.5 to 3 inches down. Okay, so sew with a straight stitch and polyester thread, a real nice durable thread because these are gonna be washed a lot and hot wash too. So we're gonna sew down back stitching really well. Here, this is where the stress points will be for putting the filter in. So back stitch really well here. So mine are solid, but if you had prints, then you would want them to be, right sides together so that then when you open it up, you can see the print. Quick little press. Now we'll take our top piece, place that like so. Trim your corners just to get rid of some of that bulk. Flip it right side out, and then give it a quick press. Make sure all of those seams are nice and flat. Okay, so grab a little marking tool. You're just gonna make a couple little, this is water soluble, so we're between 6, just over 6 and 11. So find the halfway mark, which is about 2.5 inches, little mark at the halfway, and then another inch down, and then an inch from that. Okay, so I'm going to start on the right side of my mask. I'm going to move my needle position over slightly to the right. And then when I get to the mark that I made, since this is the top and this is the right side of the mask, we're going to fold it like so to create the pleat. I like to keep it in there as long as possible, but don't sew over it. So then slide it out before you get there. You also want to back stitch over that pleat to make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, and then we've got another one here. Remember rotating it forward. So remember, the pleats on the other side are going that way, so we need to keep that consistent on this side. So instead of rotating it down, we're going to rotate the pleat up this time. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to make our ties, which are going to go along the top and along the bottom into making a tie. Okay guys, popping in here really quick. I've been playing around with using pipe cleaner in here, and I've figured out a way to do it so that it will actually hold up in the wash. This is the point at which we have pleats on the sides. This is our version with the filter pocket. What you're gonna do is, the side, that's the top, we're gonna insert a 4.5 inch piece of pipe cleaner. So in through the top of our pocket. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're gonna use my fingernails and just kind of really shove it into the top and then clip it really well. We're gonna zigzag it in place like really good, and then we're gonna put the tie over top of it. Okay, so my fingernail is right here at the end of the pipe cleaner, and I'm gonna start with a zigzag going back and forth a little bit there. And it's a fairly wide zigzag scrunched together. With your nail, you got to keep track of where that pipe cleaner is, because I don't want you snapping your needle and hitting that metal. It's not very strong metal in those pipe cleaners, but I don't want you breaking a needle and having it snap. So the idea is to try to zigzag right over top of that pipe cleaner. And then when I get back to the other end, I'm going to zigzag again. Okay, and then for added measure, I'm going to go back to a straight stitch, and I'm going to do a little bit of like a casing on either side. Because when I've done these before, I've had the pipe cleaner wiggle out of the fabric, so I've been trying to figure out a way to have that not happen. Okay, and now we have the wire in there to make a more fitted nose. But then I'm going to cut back to the video where I show you how to put the tie on, and then you'll just ignore this and you'll attach your ties like shown in the video. While we're talking about these pipe cleaners, I did add one to my basic face mask from yesterday's video, and you can see my zigzag is here and it's exposed, but it's a coordinating thread, so it's fine. And you just want to slide that pipe cleaner into place before you stitch all the way around. So that creates a way to get that a little bit more fitted with very secure kind of stitching. Okay, if you're gonna be making a lot of these, I recommend getting a bias tape maker. I will link them, they're not expensive. This is not cut on the bias, this is just a straight grain strip of fabric. You don't need to have it be bias cut, but I am gonna make like a little makeshift little corner here so that we can put that through. And if you don't have one of these, I'll show you how you will want to iron it. So then as we pull that through, just make sure that strip is in there evenly, and then we iron it as it comes out, and it makes our bias tape for us. So it makes it real easy to kind of iron these strips. But if you don't have one of these, totally okay. You're gonna iron it in half, get that crease, and then you'll iron the side in, and then the side in. They don't have to go all the way into the center. Like you'll notice here, there's a little bit of a gap. That's how you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that for this entire length. And as I pull, I just run the iron along it. And then once that's done, we'll iron it in half. And do that on both strips. Let's find the center, rough center of our tie. That's where that crease is. I just folded it to give myself a little crease. And then we'll fold this guy, and then we'll know that's about the right spot. So we'll just clip that into place. Could do the top and the bottom at the same time. You're gonna start at one end and then sew all the way down. So this has the selvage on it. So I'm just gonna trim that off. And then we'll fold that in and then fold it. And then you can clip that, and then we'll run a stitch all the way down, and then we'll adjust your needle position to make sure that you get the top and the bottom at the same time as you sew down. All right, let's go sew it down. We're almost done. Adjusting my needle position. The first thing you want to do is double check the backside, because you're sewing that part blind, so you want to make sure you caught everything on the back, which we did. Yay. So now we can go ahead and do the other side, and then once the other side is done, then we're done. I also wanted to show you this version that I made. This is with knit material. It's like basically like a t-shirt material. So I think this looks a little bit more sloppy because it's got that unfinished edge. But if you're in a pinch and you've got some t-shirts that you can cut up, you can make these out of t-shirts. If you're just really in need of them, that is totally possible. And it doesn't look too bad. But I have plenty of fabric, so I'm gonna just make the ties the other way, but you don't need to finish it. It's nice and stretchy, really comfortable. And I attached it to the top with a zigzag. So that's also an option. There we go. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. I really hate that we're in a day and age where I had to make this video, but here we are. So blessings to you, and see you guys in the next video. The next one's going to be much more fun.